What up, Cane fans? Welcome back to another Sunday edition of Cafecito and Canes. Pour yourself a shot, hit that like button. Cheers. Delicious. Now, let's talk some football. Obviously, Canes took care of business in their Thursday night affair against Bethune-Cookman, 48-7, in a very workman's-like effort. The starters really, they were scoring pretty much whenever they wanted. And, the backups, the twos and the threes got in there. Threes struggled on defense a little bit but for the most part, happy with the performance because it was a blowout victory, number one, and number two, nobody got hurt. So moving on to yesterday, we were able to kick back and kind of relax and just enjoy the rest of the college football slate. That going into it, I thought it was going to be kind of a boring day because there was really not a lot of top 25 matchups or anything. But of course, as college football usually does, it's on those weekends, that's when things get the craziest. So, some good games yesterday. FSU against Boston College. I don't care what anyone says. What I saw is that FSU's defensive line is very suspect, especially in that performance against BC. BC had the most success just running it straight up the gut, right down their throat. Is that a sign of things to come for FSU? I'm not sure, but yesterday, not a great performance by their defense. They couldn't get off the field on third down. It was a bit of a mess, and BC handed them almost 2 football fields worth of penalties and ended up losing the game by 2 points. So call it what you will, but FSU, not a great performance against BC yesterday, but still they escaped with a win. They're 3-0. In all likelihood, they're still going to remain in the top 5. I don't think they're going to drop very much. Florida, got to hand it some good win for them against Tennessee. Tennessee obviously is not as good as they were last year under Hendon Hooker at quarterback. Joe Milton, sure, he's got a cannon for an arm and everything, but, it takes more than just that. So they kind of embarrassed themselves against Florida yesterday. That tackling was horrific. But, hey, credit to Florida. They were able to just run it right down their throats. Their defense was fantastic. Good home atmosphere for them in the Swamp. Hey, good win for them. I still think Florida's going like 6-6. That doesn't change my opinion too much. Maybe 7-5. Their schedule's just too tough. So, of course, then you had Coach Prime at 10 p.m. Eastern playing against Colorado State. Them rushing the field, I thought was a little weird because you're like 23-point favorites or something like that, but whatever. Again, this is like their second game of the year candidate. The game against TCU week 1 was phenomenal, and then this one also phenomenal. Colorado State should have won, in my opinion. They went to a prevent defense with 2 minutes to go, and Colorado just marched right down the field on them. I thought it was horrible coaching by them. They should have won. That was their game to win. They pretty much controlled the game until the last 2 minutes. By the way, I apologize in advance if you hear thunder. A little stormy here right now in Miami, but great slate of college football yesterday. It was fun to watch. I love when we take care of business beforehand, or we get our win and then you can just kind of enjoy the rest of the day of college football. Because when the Canes lose, I can't enjoy the other games. I don't know about you, but moving on to Temple next Saturday, 3:30 on ESPN2. Miami goes up to Temple University to take on their former Big East foe, the Temple Owls. They haven't played Temple in many a year. I can't remember the last time we played them. I want to say, when was the last time we played Temple? 2003, I want to say. I don't remember us playing Temple since then. We were supposed to play them, I want to say it was the season opener in 2020, but then all, the COVID stuff kind of threw that schedule for a loop. And, we ended up going to this weird 11-game schedule, and they ended up canceling that one. That would have been the home opener, if I'm not mistaken, in 2020, the year that De'Aaron King was quarterback. But anyway, this is the road game of, I'm guessing that was like a home and home kind of thing. So, we go up to Philadelphia to play them next Saturday. And in all honesty, I'm not saying this is like another Bethune-Cookman kind of thing, but this should not be a very close game. E.J. Warner, good looking quarterback. He's got an arm. He's athletic. He can make some great throws. But, he averages, I think, 40 pass attempts per game. Thunder again. 40 pass attempts per game. It's like 39.445 something, whatever. 40 pass attempts a game. They throw the ball a lot. So if Coach Guidry can draw up a good game plan, if they can stay disciplined, tackle well in the open field, that's going to be key. I think we're going to be all right. Just don't shoot yourself in the foot with bad penalties. Don't jump offside. No late hits, that kind of thing. And, just dial up the pressure when we feel we need to. Because I feel like if you could dial up enough pressure on E.J. Warner, which we probably will have to because our D-line's a little bit thin right now. But if you could dial up some pressure, frustrate him a bit, force him into some bad throws, and, just take care of the ball on offense, I think we'll be all right. Keep TVD's jersey clean. That's, of course, first and foremost. Do that. Take care of the ball. We're gonna be good. I'll have to check. I'm not sure what the Vegas line is right now for that game. I would imagine we're at least like 2-3 touchdown favorites or something like that. But we should take care of business. I don't expect anything less. Now, some of the possible threats on Temple's team, especially on offense, I would say Jaquan Smith. He's their starting running back, and I think I believe he's from the state of Florida. He's like 5'9", $190, small, but he's a load, so he's tough to bring down. So watch out for him. And of course, any player from the state of Florida is always going to want to show out against Miami. And then, of course, you got Dante Wright, their leading receiver, also from the state of Florida. So, if you could just lock those guys down, I think we're going to be fine. So not too much of a threat here. Of course, I said that a couple times last year. Look what happened, but different team. Again, I do still have that lingering PTSD, but I believe this is a different team. Rutgers, a couple of weeks ago or last week, they came in with a very disciplined, well-coached team, and they blew out Temple. So I expect it to be kind of the same thing as last week. And I actually, before the season started, I looked at this game and it reminded me a little bit of 2016 when we went up to Boone, North Carolina to face App State on the road. Mark Walton scored on the first play and it was pretty much a blowout from there. I expect it to be something like that, honestly. So we'll see what happens, but just wanted to give my thoughts on the upcoming Temple game. What happened yesterday in college football was a wild day. Also, Alabama struggling, Georgia struggling a little bit at home. It's this season has kind of that feel of 2007, maybe not quite as chaotic because I feel like by week 3, everybody in the top 5 had lost in 2007, but it has that feel. Teams look mortal. They look human. Those Bamas and Georgias of the world. Ohio State, they ended up blowing out Western Kentucky, I think it was, in the second half, but their offense was kind of sputtering a bit in the first half. So, it's going to be a fun season. I can't wait. But anyways, enjoy the rest of your Sunday, guys. As always, it's all about the U. Go Canes. Have a good day.